This particular period, I had some bit of challenges, as human. I'm a student, school stress, the pressures of being able to deliver, in your academics. I was serving at some places, and not all of them had the same experiences. I didn't have the same work experience at each and every of those places. I am a very spiritual person. I take my relationship with God very seriously, and I am unashamed to say it. So I went to God, I prayed, and I received instruction on media. First, I had to turn off my notifications. But one thing I could not deny was the fact that my productivity level might be encouraging to me, but I was having to battle with anxiety. I remember there was a certain time I tried to go back. I think I was working on someone's phone and the person's notifications kept interrupting, and I didn't know what it felt like because I had stopped that. And then I decided to try back on my phone, and then when I saw those notifications rushing in again, I said, nah, I can't do this. So apart from that, the notification dot on my screen, it tells me how many messages I have unread, maybe 1, 2, 3, or maybe 99 plus. But that puts me in a better frame of mind compared to seeing the notifications on the screen, knowing who I have not replied, who is sending me a message. I can just open the app whenever I want and attend to the messages at my own convenient time. With that, I conveniently battled anxiety. Another important thing I did with regard to social media, and this was strictly based on instruction. Like I said, I don't joke with my God life. And at that point, I began to receive instructions more accurately. Before, I allowed God to direct me on certain things that I did. And then this time, because I was going through a very low moment, I was more intentional about those instructions. What I posted, when I posted, whose messages I gave time to, when I came online, all those things, they might seem so ordinary, but when you have a higher power backing you and instructing you, you just do them with ease. And so for some time, I might not even bother to come online. At certain period, I'll just come online, respond to certain messages. I still had work to do, so I would attend to some of those assignments and then go offline. I had certain people who we still had very reasonable, healthy conversations online. So I'd walk up to their wall, their DMs. We have very wonderful conversations, and then I go back offline. So it was a very healthy period, because I was more intentional about what I allowed to come into my heart, about what kind of messages that I paid attention to. And now I didn't leave anybody unread. Every single message I attended to them. But this time it was not from the place of anxiety or the place of what would they think of me when I send this reply. It was simply from a place of peace, a place of assurance about myself, and no pressure at all. So that was one way that I tackled it. Another thing that I did was reducing my expectations from people. I listened to a message recently from a man of God, and he was talking about the difference between forgiveness and tolerance. Forgiveness is pardoning a default, tolerance is creating a system that accommodates. So at certain points, I had people that I trusted so much and had high expectations of them, such that when they went below those expectations, I allowed myself to get hurt. And in many of these instances, those people might not even be aware that they had done something hurtful. And so I had to love everybody genuinely, yet create a system that accommodates their defaults, their wrongs, such that when instances happen where they do things that is not very pleasing, I will just, overlook it, forgive them, and then we move on. In life, we are different people. We have different backgrounds, different belief systems. So certain people act certain ways, and you don't see anything wrong in it, and the other person is saying that is absolutely wrong. And because we are all a work in progress, you cannot expect every single person to behave the same way that you do. So when you step on each other's toes, you have to learn to accommodate one another and pardon your defaults. So I had to reduce my expectations from people, yet love them unconditionally and accommodate them together with their wrongs, together with their shortcomings. Once you understand that, you'll be able to relate with people from a more peaceful point of view. You'll be less offended by the things that they do, and you'll be more focused on living a better, healthy, and sane life. That is important. Also, the content that you feed your spirit. I know that I talked about social media earlier, but sometimes it's not only the social media. Even in our environment, even the music that we listen to, even what people say around us, even the conversations that we have with people on a daily basis. I made up my mind that I was not going to just be talking about business that was not helpful to me, business that was not, adding anything to my life. When people talk about this and that, if I see that it's not something that is benefiting me, I just leave the place or just zone out of that conversation, because if it's not adding to me, why should I be involved in it? So identify those conversations, stay away from the ones that are not healthy for you in any way. That is important. Also, I'm going to return to the first statement I said earlier about God. When I asked him for direction and help at those low moments, I got more clarity. I got instructions. I would confess scriptures daily. I would, personalize them, internalize it, and it made my life very refreshed. Everything seemed way easier, and till now I enjoy making that decision, carrying God along with me in every step of the way, asking for his direction, confessing his word. Having that peace, that assurance is something that you really, really need to have in your life. So I'm going to be stopping here now. This video is already very long, and I want you to be able to watch it without, stretching it out. I want you to share your experience in the comment section. If you can relate with anything that I'm saying, give this video a thumbs up. If you would like to add some things, please put it down in the comment section, and you can share this video to as many people as you think that they might need to hear this. Also, subscribe if you have not subscribed to this channel. My name is Temiloluwa Owolabi. Thank you so much for staying till now, and bye bye.